What if the key to unlocking your wildest dreams lies within your own mind? What if you could transform your reality simply by changing your thoughts? Get ready for a mind-blowing journey into the depths of your subconscious, where you'll discover a universe of infinite possibilities. Unleash the hidden power within and learn to use it as a magnet for attracting the success, health, and happiness you deserve. Forget the limitations you've placed on yourself and rewrite the rules of the game. Based on the transformative teachings of Joseph Murphy, this audiobook will guide you through the art of autosuggestion and teach you how to cultivate a winning mindset that will propel you towards your goals. But this isn't just about achieving professional or personal success. It's an invitation to reinvent yourself entirely, to reprogram your mind to manifest the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 1. Decoding the Mind's Operating System. The human mind is a single entity, yet it operates on two distinct levels, each with its own unique characteristics and capabilities. We call one the objective mind, focused on the external world, and the other the subjective mind, influenced by suggestion and intuition. The objective mind perceives the world through our five senses, learning through observation, experience, and education. It's the part of us that analyzes and reasons, making decisions based on external information. In contrast, the subjective mind operates independently of the senses, perceiving through intuition and emotion. It's the seat of our deepest beliefs and desires, and it thrives when the conscious mind is at rest. It's the intelligence that guides us in dreams, the source of creativity and insight. The subjective mind possesses extraordinary abilities, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and telepathy. It can access information beyond the reach of the senses, revealing hidden truths and unlocking the vast potential within us. We need to comprehend the interaction between these two thoughts in order to fully master the art of prayer and manifestation. The subjective mind obeys the conscious mind's directives without inquiry and is always open to suggestion. It is similar to rich soil in that it is prepared to receive and support the seedlings of our ideas and convictions. Everything that has happened to you is the outcome of beliefs and thoughts that were ingrained in your subconscious mind. We have the power to sculpt our reality and design the life we want by deliberately selecting the ideas and opinions we hold. Consider your conscious mind to be the ship's captain, commanding the crew in the engine room to execute orders without hesitation. Just like our conscious thoughts and ideas affect our lives, the captain's actions and beliefs set the direction of the ship. Understanding this link holds the key to releasing the subconscious mind's power. Through deliberate selection of empowering and positive thoughts and beliefs, we can unlock our immense potential and design a life filled with joy, abundance, and contentment. So, are you prepared to steer your ship in a different direction? The first step in the trip is realizing your mind's power. Ever wondered why that late-night coffee keeps you up? It's your subconscious mind at work, nudging you awake because it believes that's what you want. The ancient Egyptians understood this connection, recognizing the heart as the seat of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious is incredibly powerful, a sponge for your beliefs and emotions. It doesn't argue or judge, it simply accepts what you impress upon it and manifests those beliefs into your reality. Imagine the possibilities. Want to heal your body? Quiet your mind, relax, and focus on the healing power within. Affirm that your body is already healing and let go of any resentment or bitterness. Repeat this process several times a day, trusting that your subconscious mind, the architect of your body, can also restore it to health. But beware of negative affirmations. They can sabotage your positive intentions. If a surgeon constantly doubted their ability to heal you, would you trust them? Similarly, your subconscious mind responds to your doubts and fears, hindering your progress. Your subconscious mind is a vast reservoir of untapped potential, a powerhouse waiting to be harnessed. Just as we learn to control electricity with wires and switches, we can learn to utilize the immense power and intelligence within us. Many successful individuals, from Edison to Einstein, have tapped into their subconscious minds to achieve greatness. They understood that the ability to activate this hidden power is the key to unlocking extraordinary achievements in science, industry, and the arts. Imagine having a personal dynamo within you, a source of boundless energy and creativity. You can tap into this energy to revitalize your body, overcome stress and frustration, and manifest your dreams. Inspiration often strikes when the conscious mind is relaxed, allowing the wisdom of the subconscious to emerge. Have you ever pondered a problem at night, only to wake up with the solution? That's your subconscious mind at work. Your subconscious mind is always listening, always responding to your suggestions. Whether you want to wake up at a specific time or ensure your child's well-being, your subconscious mind is there to support you. Unlock the incredible power of your subconscious mind and unleash your full potential. The journey begins with understanding and embracing this extraordinary force within you. Chapter 2. The Subconscious Mind's Role in Wellness. The world is buzzing with excitement about the incredible healing powers of the subconscious mind. People from all walks of life are discovering that they possess an innate ability to heal themselves, and the results are nothing short of miraculous. While various healing modalities like osteopathy, chiropractic, medicine, and naturopathy offer their unique approaches, the underlying principle behind all successful healing is the same: the power of the subconscious mind and the process of faith. Your mind has two distinct aspects, the conscious and the subconscious. The subconscious mind is constantly open to suggestion and has complete control over your body's functions, conditions, and sensations. This means that your thoughts and beliefs have a direct impact on your physical well-being. Through hypnosis, we've seen how the power of suggestion can induce symptoms of almost any disease in a person. Conversely, it can also trigger remarkable healing. This demonstrates that the root cause of illness, as well as its cure, lies within the mind. The subconscious mind is the sole healer within you. It knows exactly how to mend a cut or heal a wound. When we say nature cures, we're referring to the natural law of the mind, the instinct for self-preservation, which is the primary function of the subconscious mind. The faith that leads to healing is a specific mindset, a way of thinking, an inner certainty, an expectation of the best. While it's ideal to have both the conscious and subconscious minds aligned in faith, it's not always essential. Even those who deny the existence of matter or their own bodies can experience profound healing. Any method, technique, or process that shifts your mindset or creates a new mental atmosphere is valid. Healing occurs due to a change in mental attitude or a transformation of the mind. Whether you believe in the healing power of holy relics or the curative properties of certain waters, the results you experience are due to the powerful suggestion given to your subconscious mind. It's the subconscious that ultimately performs the healing. True scientific mental healing arises from the coordinated, scientifically guided operation of the conscious and subconscious brains. When people experience a level of calm and receptivity, their subconscious mind becomes receptive to thoughts of perfect health, even for those who deny their condition or their own body. Knowing how the subconscious mind functions is essential. We can get over the conscious mind's opposition and enable the subconscious to hear and act upon potent ideas of healing and well-being by settling into a peaceful, quiet, and receptive state. The practitioner of mental healing remains unaffected by the patient's doubts or skepticism. In the relaxed, drowsy state of the conscious mind, resistance is minimized, paving the way for remarkable results. While many claim their specific theory is the reason for these results, the truth is far more universal. Various healing modalities, from mesmerism to modern medicine, have achieved incredible cures throughout history. Each practitioner may attribute their success to their specific theory, but the underlying truth is that they all tap into the same universal healing power residing within the subconscious mind. The process of healing, regardless of the method, is a defined and positive mental attitude, an inner certainty or way of thinking known as faith. It's a confident expectation that acts as a powerful suggestion to the subconscious mind, unlocking its healing potential. One person's healing isn't fundamentally different from another's. While each individual may have their preferred theory and method, the key is faith. With faith, results are inevitable. The Los Angeles Examiner recently highlighted a groundbreaking study at the University of Redlands, where prayer therapy is being tested on patients with various ailments. The early results are promising, with patients reporting significant improvements in their conditions. Dr. William R. Parker, the director of the clinic, emphasizes that prayer therapy isn't a miraculous cure-all, but rather a scientific approach to harnessing the power of prayer on the subconscious mind. The conscious mind, often the source of many ailments, can be reprogrammed through prayer therapy to address the root causes of these conditions in the subconscious. 4 fundamental personality difficulties, fear, hate, guilt, and inferiority, are at the root of many subconscious issues. The Redlands prayer therapy experiments identify these difficulties through psychological tests, then guide patients to address them through prayer and group discussions. Patients are instructed to pray regularly, especially before sleep, as this is when the subconscious mind is most receptive to suggestions. The focus is on positive prayer, emphasizing love and an uplifting concept of God and the universe. This innovative approach to healing demonstrates the power of the subconscious mind and the transformative potential of faith. It's a reminder that we all possess an innate ability to heal ourselves, and that by harnessing the power of our minds, we can achieve extraordinary results. Our prayers are not pleas for health, but affirmations of healing for the specific ailment we wish to address. These affirmations, repeated with conviction, seep into the subconscious mind and become part of the individual's reality. Through prayer, we can target and overcome destructive subconscious patterns, ultimately eliminating the root causes of physical ailments. Every Sunday, at the Wilshire E. Bell Theatre, I lead a segment called The Healing Silence. I begin by asking the audience to relax, let go, and quiet their minds. The goal is to silence the doubting conscious mind and introduce new ideas of health, peace, joy, and abundance into the receptive minds of the listeners. Those who are receptive to these suggestions often experience healing or receive answers to their prayers. This is the kinetic action of the subconscious mind in motion, and many report remarkable results each week. Let me highlight some crucial aspects of how the subconscious mind works. A man once asked me why his headache persisted, despite repeatedly affirming, "My head does not hurt." The subconscious mind doesn't easily accept contradictions. It only accepts as true what you genuinely believe and feel. To effectively impress the subconscious mind, you must secure its cooperation. If you can convince your subconscious that you don't have a headache, the pain will vanish. I suggested he affirm, "It is passing away now," repeatedly in a calm, quiet voice. This approach resonated with his subconscious mind, and he experienced relief. He added, "It will never return," and hasn't had a migraine since. Another example involves a woman who suffered from psoriasis. Her condition would improve with ointment, but return when she stopped using it. We discovered she lived in constant fear of the psoriasis returning, a powerful suggestion to her subconscious mind. To counteract this, she affirmed, "I am whole, pure, and perfect. My skin is perfect. I am healed." However, this created a conflict within her mind, as another part of her would argue, "No, your skin is not perfect." The solution was to affirm, "It is getting better now," several times a day. This statement didn't trigger any internal conflict, and her skin gradually cleared up. Trust your subconscious mind to heal you. It created your body and knows its intricacies far better than your conscious mind. Don't try to force or coerce it. Instead, focus on positive affirmations and beliefs. Some people may not see results from affirmations like, "I am whole, pure, and perfect," because they haven't truly convinced themselves. Blind faith can bring results due to the individual's subjective belief. A psychologist friend of mine once shared how he healed his infected lung by affirming health and harmony before sleep. He understood that the subconscious mind continues working during sleep, so he gave it positive suggestions to focus on. "I urge you to stop dwelling on your ailments or giving them power by naming them. Your attention and fear only feed them. Instead, become a skilled mental surgeon, pruning away your problems like dead branches from a tree. By focusing on positive affirmations and beliefs, you can harness the incredible healing power of your subconscious mind and create a life of vibrant health and well-being." These visualizations tend to manifest in the form we most fear. To effectively impress the subconscious mind, we must induce it to take charge of our requests as conveyed by the conscious mind. This transfer is best achieved in a dreamlike state. Recognize that within your deeper mind resides infinite intelligence and power. Calmly envision what you desire and witness its realization. Take inspiration from the young girl with a severe sore throat who firmly and repeatedly declared, "It is passing away now. It is passing away." Within an hour, her ailment vanished. Embrace this technique with simplicity and innocence. When working with the subconscious mind, avoid force or opposition. Instead of willpower, utilize imagination. Envision the desired outcome and the accompanying emotions of freedom. While your intellect may try to interfere, persist with childlike faith and visualize yourself free from pain or problems. Let go of any complexity and embrace simplicity. Remember, your body is a reflection of the interaction between your conscious and subconscious minds. The voluntary and involuntary nervous systems can operate independently or in sync. The vagus nerve connects these two systems, allowing the subconscious mind to influence bodily functions. Each cell and organ in your body possesses a group intelligence that responds to commands from the master mind, the conscious mind. This is why the group intelligence of the lungs responded to the positive suggestions of the psychologist mentioned earlier. Our goal is to demystify the workings of the mind and understand its modus operandi. In a relaxed state, the subjective mind emerges and begins to work on the correct patterns suggested by the healer. The kinetic action of the mind is activated through the vagus nerve. Between sleep and wakefulness, the mind breaks free from its material constraints and limitations of time and space, asserting its innate freedom. Dr. Evans, a student of Quimby, was able to suspend his conscious mind and, through inner illumination, diagnose illnesses without losing awareness of his surroundings. Clairvoyance, a power of the subconscious mind, allowed Quimby, Dr. Evans, and others to clearly see the internal structure of individuals, the nature and extent of their diseases, and the underlying causes. This proved invaluable in healing their patients. The typical healing process involves examining the problem, identifying the solution known only to the subconscious mind, and resting in the deep conviction that it is done. Avoid weakening your treatment with doubt or uncertainty. Your body's cellular structure will faithfully follow any blueprint provided by the conscious mind through the subconscious. Your feeling about the work to be done is the boss. Know that health and harmony are yours. Become wise by becoming a vehicle for the infinite healing power of the subconscious mind. The reasons for failure are often a lack of confidence and excessive effort. Suggest to your subconscious mind until you are convinced, then relax and let go. Through relaxation, you impress the subconscious mind, allowing the kinetic energy behind your idea to take control and bring it into concrete realization. Remember, this too shall pass. A close examination of single-celled organisms reveals the fascinating interplay between mind and body, even in the simplest of life forms. Despite lacking complex organs, these organisms demonstrate the mind's action and reaction through basic functions like movement, feeding, assimilation, and elimination. Dr. Alexis Carrel's experiments with chicken hearts further illuminate this concept, showing that life can persist even without a complete organic system. The human body is a reflection of our inner mind, and our true power resides within the subconscious. The subconscious mind is a vast and infinite realm, and we're only beginning to understand its workings. People often say there's an intelligence that takes care of the body if we leave it alone. This is true, but the challenge lies in the conscious mind's interference, often based on external appearances and false beliefs. The subconscious mind follows predetermined plans when it is psychologically and emotionally conditioned to internalize fear, false ideas, and bad patterns. Your subjective self, which reflects the fundamental harmony that underlies everything, strives tirelessly for your overall welfare. Think about the accomplishments of people like Edison, Carver, Einstein, and countless more, who realized their full potential by using the power of their subconscious brains. Have confidence in your skills and abilities. Our biggest shortcoming is frequently our mistrust of the subconscious mind's abilities. If you can't show others that you're excellent in theory, what good is that knowledge? The secret to healing and manifesting is self-awareness combined with emotion. Remember, achieving results doesn't always validate a method's scientific soundness. The power lies in the mental acceptance and belief, not the external tool. If you're tense and anxious, your subconscious mind won't heed your requests. It's like a master mechanic who knows how to fix any part of your body or your life. But relaxation is the key that unlocks its power. Don't worry about the details or the means, but focus on the desired outcome. Feel the joy of the solution, whether it's related to health, finances, or career. Remember the feeling of recovery after a serious illness. That feeling is the touchstone of all subconscious demonstrations. Your new idea must be felt subjectively, not in the future, but as happening now. A student who attended my lectures on the miracles of the mind had eye problems that required surgery. He was taught to use the Nancy School technique of repeating a simple affirmation like a lullaby each night before sleep. By envisioning his ophthalmologist telling him, "A miracle has happened," he impressed his subconscious mind, which then proceeded to heal his eyes. This is yet another example of the miracles your mind can achieve. Embrace the power of your subconscious mind and unlock the infinite possibilities within you. Chapter 3. Exploring the subconscious roots of alcohol dependence. Alcoholism is a mental illness that requires a mental solution. The chronic alcoholic, who drinks for days, weeks, or even months at a time, isn't just a casual drinker. They're driven by a deep-seated compulsion, a habit formed by repeated actions that have created a powerful pattern in their subconscious mind. The alcoholic's fear of succumbing to their cravings only strengthens those cravings. The images of past binges, the imagined sensations of ease and relaxation, all fuel their desire to drink. It's a vicious cycle, and willpower alone isn't enough to break it. In fact, the more effort and willpower an alcoholic exerts, the more entrenched they become in their addiction. This is because the suggestion of powerlessness over the habit dominates their mind. The subconscious mind always responds to the dominant idea, and in this case, it's the belief that they can't overcome their addiction. The first drink triggers a subconscious impulse established through habit, setting the alcoholic on a familiar path. This is where the law of reversed effort comes into play. When desire and imagination conflict, imagination always wins. The alcoholic may say, "I've tried so hard, I've used all the willpower I have," but this only reinforces their belief in failure. The subconscious mind accepts the stronger of two conflicting statements, and in this case, it's the belief in their inability to quit. To truly overcome alcoholism, we must enlist the cooperation of the subconscious mind. It responds to our feelings, beliefs, and convictions. The alcoholic can bypass the internal conflict by utilizing the sleep technique. As the conscious mind drifts into a drowsy, sleepy state, effort is minimized, and the subconscious becomes more receptive. This is the ideal time to impress upon it new, positive suggestions. The French School of Therapeutics recognized this back in 1910, noting that the greatest degree of subconscious emergence occurs just before sleep and just after waking. In this state, negative thoughts that could neutralize your desire and hinder acceptance by the subconscious are less likely to arise. By understanding the power of the subconscious mind and utilizing techniques like the sleep technique, we can help alcoholics break free from their destructive patterns and create a new, healthier reality. Here's a simple method a chronic alcoholic of 40 years used to overcome his addiction. Find a comfortable position, relax your body, and enter a drowsy state. In this relaxed state, softly repeat the affirmation, "I am completely free from this habit. Sobriety and peace of mind reign supreme." Repeat this slowly, quietly, and lovingly for 10-15 minutes twice a day. Within 3 weeks, he lost all desire to drink. Each repetition of the affirmation strengthened his emotional conviction. Whenever cravings arose, he would repeat the affirmation aloud, effectively convincing his subconscious mind to accept his new reality. This technique works because it bypasses the conscious mind's resistance and directly communicates with the subconscious. There's no need for force or willpower. Instead, focus on the desired outcome and imagine yourself already free from the addiction. Another man I treated had been sober for months, celebrating his success and receiving praise for his willpower. However, an uncontrollable urge would periodically overwhelm him, leading to a relapse. This pattern repeated itself, convincing him that he was powerless over his addiction. This belief in powerlessness became a self-fulfilling prophecy, further fueling his addiction. I taught him to harmonize his conscious and subconscious minds, recognizing that cooperation between the two is essential for manifestation. He shifted his focus from his perceived powerlessness to the possibility of success. He stopped dwelling on his past failures and understood that his own thinking was the only obstacle to his healing. He practiced relaxing his body and entering a meditative state, visualizing his daughter congratulating him on his sobriety. This imagery represented the desired outcome, and he immersed himself in it, feeling her hug and hearing her voice. He understood that his conscious mind was the camera, and his subconscious mind was the film, recording and printing the image. His goal was to imprint this positive image and develop it in his mind. Through repetition and unwavering faith, he successfully reprogrammed his subconscious mind. When tempted to drink, he would disconnect from the negative imagery and instead visualize his daughter's embrace. The key to his success was trusting in the reality of the image he was developing in his mind. Remember, you are the ship, and your thoughts are the rudder. Change the direction of your thoughts, and you'll change the course of your life. Embrace the infinite power and healing potential residing within your subconscious mind. If you're an alcoholic, acknowledge it without evasion. Many remain trapped in alcoholism because they refuse to admit their struggle. Alcoholism is a form of instability, an inner fear. It's a refusal to face life's challenges, leading to an escape through the bottle. The irony is that alcoholics believe they have free will, boasting about their willpower, yet they lack the power to back it up. They don't know where to find that power. The alcoholic lives in a self-created psychological prison, bound by beliefs, opinions, upbringing, and environmental influences. Like most people, they're creatures of habit, conditioned to react in predictable ways. To break free, the alcoholic must construct an idea of freedom and peace within their mind, allowing it to reach their subconscious. This all-powerful part of their being can then liberate them from the desire for alcohol. With this newfound understanding of their mind, the alcoholic can genuinely stand behind their affirmations and prove their power to themselves. Their subconscious mind, conditioned by beliefs and habits, can be reconditioned. When an alcoholic's desire to break free surpasses their desire to continue drinking, they're already 51% cured. With a stronger desire for freedom, achieving complete liberation becomes much easier. The alcoholic must reprogram their mind. There are ways to achieve this. Remember, what you focus on expands. If you dwell on negativity, you'll encounter negativity. If you focus on peace and good fortune, your life will flourish. Understanding these laws of the mind can ignite new inspiration and faith. By anchoring their mind on the concept of freedom, release from the habit, and peace of mind, the alcoholic generates feelings and emotions that gradually solidify these concepts. Any emotionally charged idea is accepted by the subconscious mind and brought to fruition. The alcoholic must realize that something good can emerge from their suffering. They haven't suffered in vain. However, there's no point in continuing to suffer. Persisting in alcoholism only leads to mental and physical decline. Start saying no to the urge now. Recognize that the power of your subconscious is supporting you, even when melancholy and tremors arise. Imagine the joy and freedom that await you. This is the law of substitution in action. Your imagination led you to the bottle. Now let it guide you towards freedom and peace of mind. There may be some discomfort, but it serves a constructive purpose. Endure it like a mother in labor, and you too will give birth to a child of the mind. Sobriety. Your thoughts control you whether you realize it or not. Now, you're fully aware that your subconscious mind accepts the thoughts you impress upon it without question. You can start taking control of your life by thinking constructively and harmoniously. Many have asked me about their reasons for excessive drinking. There are many possible reasons, from resentment towards a spouse or job to jealousy, inferiority complexes, or feelings of rejection. In my experience treating alcoholics, I found that a deep sense of guilt is almost always present. One man I treated, a husband and father of 4, was secretly living a double life. He was plagued by guilt, which manifested as physical ailments and insomnia. His excessive drinking was an unconscious attempt to numb the pain of guilt. He learned how his mind worked, confronted his problem, and relinquished his double life. As he began to view his problem rationally, it dissipated. He used affirmations like, "My mind is filled with peace, poise, equilibrium, and balance. Infinite power lies within me. I have no fear. Infinite intelligence leads, guides, and directs me. I am completely free from the habit. My mind is filled with inner peace, freedom, and joy. I forgive myself and I am forgiven. Peace, sobriety, and confidence reign supreme in my mind." He repeated these affirmations with feeling, knowing they were sinking into his subconscious like seeds, growing according to their nature. He understood that his subconscious mind was like a garden, and by planting beautiful seeds, he would reap a bountiful harvest. As these truths resonated with him, the healing vibrations of these words reached his subconscious mind, erasing the negative mental patterns that caused his problems. Remember, people may offer excuses for their drinking, but the true reason is negative thinking that has created an emotional imbalance. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. The word heart in ancient texts often refers to the subconscious mind. Simply put, it means, as you think and feel, so you are in every aspect of your life. Emerson echoed this sentiment, stating, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." This is the crux of the matter. The cause of your experiences lies within your habitual thinking, your mental attitude, and your reactions to life. The alcoholic or addict seeks to escape a sense of enslavement or subconscious restriction. They lack confidence and poise. I once advised a woman to stop giving money to her son, who was squandering it on alcohol. She believed his promises to quit, but I explained that his words were meaningless without the power to back them up. He didn't know where to find that power. I brought him in for a session, and he reluctantly admitted his alcoholism. This was the first step towards his recovery. Many remain trapped in alcoholism because they refuse to acknowledge their problem. This young man condemned himself, believing he was worthless. Alcohol provided a temporary escape into a world of illusion where he felt like a king. It gave him a false sense of confidence and self-sufficiency. However, one drink would trigger a subconscious pattern, leading to a binge. He had internalized the belief that he needed alcohol, and his subconscious mind, governed by compulsion, would drive him to consume more. This young man's experience is common among alcoholics. The first drink triggers a surge from the subconscious mind, urging them to continue drinking due to long-standing habits and conditioning. Their subconscious beliefs and fears become their ruler, controlling their behavior. People are often limited by their beliefs, opinions, upbringing, and environmental influences. They're conditioned to react in certain ways. But life seeks to express itself through us, and the desire for truth, peace of mind, abundance, and security are universal impulses. There's a law of the mind that, when understood, allows us to fulfill our deepest desires. The root of all confusion, struggle, and problems in the world is our inability to realize our heart's desires. Show people the power of their subconscious mind. Tell them that if they imagine the end, feel it subjectively, and remain true to their ideal, the subconscious will make it a reality. Those who try to suppress their desires have an unconscious impulse towards self-destruction or self-forgetfulness. When we start believing in a power greater than ourselves, residing within our subconscious depths, we're on the path to health, happiness, and peace of mind. Here's a simple technique, as old as time itself. 1. Be still. Quiet the wheels of your mind and enter a drowsy, dreamlike state. 2. Repeat a short phrase. Choose a phrase that's easily memorized, like, "Peace of mind is mine now, and I give thanks." Repeat it aloud or silently for 5 minutes or more. feeling the emotional response from your subconscious. 3. Visualize. Before sleep, imagine a loved one in front of you saying, "Congratulations," see their smile, hear their voice, and feel their touch. The word congratulations implies total freedom. This technique is a powerful way to convey an idea to the subconscious mind. Remember, you go where your vision is. The wishful thinker doesn't believe in the possibility of their dreams, but the scientific thinker imagines the end, sees the victory, and maintains faith in every step of the journey. When fear, doubt, worry, or anxiety arise, turn to your vision. Trust it, believe in it, and an almighty power will be generated by your subconscious, giving you confidence and strength. Keep moving forward until the dawn breaks and the shadows flee. Chapter 4. Rewiring your subconscious mind for financial freedom. Most people lack an invisible support system when faced with financial setbacks. When businesses crumble, the stock market plunges, or investments vanish, they feel helpless. This insecurity stems from their inability to tap into the subconscious mind's inexhaustible resources. A person with a poverty-stricken mindset will find themselves in impoverished circumstances. Conversely, someone whose mind is filled with thoughts of abundance will be surrounded by all they need and more. Your words have the power to cleanse your mind of erroneous ideas and replace them with positive, empowering ones. Over the years, I've heard countless people lament, "I've been affirming wealth and prosperity for weeks or months, but nothing has changed." The problem is that their affirmations often contradict their underlying beliefs. When they say, "I am prosperous," they feel like they're lying to themselves. Their affirmations are rejected by the conscious mind, leading to the opposite of what they desire. Autosuggestion works best when it's specific and doesn't trigger internal conflict. A more effective approach for those struggling with financial lack is to affirm, "I am being prospered in all my interests." This statement doesn't contradict the subconscious mind's perception of lack and therefore is more readily accepted. A struggling businessman once used this affirmation, repeating it silently in his office. "My sales are improving every day. I am advancing, progressing, and getting richer every day." This simple act engaged both his conscious and subconscious minds, leading to a significant increase in sales. If you're seeking wealth and success, repeat the words "wealth and success" several times a day. These words hold immense power, representing the inner power of your subconscious mind. Anchor your mind to this substantial power within you, and the corresponding conditions and circumstances will manifest in your life. By focusing on these ideas, the feeling of wealth and success will well up within you. Remember, the feeling of wealth produces wealth, and the feeling of success produces success. Your subconscious mind is like a universal bank, magnifying whatever you deposit into it, whether good or bad. When you make statements like, "There's not enough for everyone, there's a shortage," or "I'll lose my mortgage," you're signing blank checks for negative outcomes. Your subconscious mind interprets your fear and belief as requests, attracting obstacles, delays, lack, and limitations into your life. The feeling of lack attracts more lack, while the feeling of wealth attracts more wealth. Each morning, deposit thoughts of prosperity, success, wealth, and peace into your mind. Dwell on these concepts as often as possible, and they'll find their way into your subconscious, bringing abundance and prosperity. If you haven't seen results, it's likely because you've allowed fear-based thoughts to neutralize your positive affirmations. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up. Similarly, when negative thoughts arise, don't dwell on them. Instead, focus on positive, constructive affirmations like, "Day and night I am prospered in all my ways." Prosperity means advancing in every way, in wisdom, understanding, and material possessions. Money is a symbol of exchange, representing freedom, opulence, luxury, and refinement. When money flows freely in your life, meeting all your needs with plenty to spare, you are prosperous. Just as a doctor declares you healthy when your blood circulates perfectly, so too can you declare yourself prosperous when money circulates freely in your life. Many people falter when faced with financial setbacks because they lack an invisible support system. They don't know how to tap into the inexhaustible reservoir of the subconscious mind. Your financial security and wealth depend on your subjective inner feeling of prosperity. When you hear news of a stock market crash, it's easy to feel worried or fearful, but remember that you have the power to cultivate a sense of abundance within yourself. To impress the idea of wealth and success upon your subconscious mind, avoid making negative affirmations like, "I despise money, it's the root of all evil." Such attitudes will only repel money from your life. Instead, focus on cultivating a subconscious conviction that money will always circulate in your life, meeting your needs at every moment and in every place. Money is essential for your economic health. You deserve to have everything you need and more. Start believing and affirming that money is wonderful. Embrace it, love it, and befriend it. The more you love money, the more it will flow into your life. Love is an emotional attachment. Unless you love your work or profession, you cannot truly succeed. Love always expands and multiplies. Love the idea of wealth until it becomes your reality. Write this in bold letters in your mind. What you love, you increase. When money circulates freely in a country, its financial health thrives. Similarly, a healthy circulation of money in your life, especially in your mental attitude, is crucial. Believe that money is good and think of all the good you can do with it. Become a mental inlet and outlet for a constant stream of wealth, flowing to and from you in perfect circulation. If you're struggling financially, it means you haven't convinced your subconscious mind that you'll always have plenty and more to spare. You know people who work a few hours a week and earn incredible sums. They don't struggle or slave away. Don't believe the myth that the only way to get rich or succeed is through sweat and toil. The effortless way of life is the best way. Do what you love and do it for the joy and thrill of it. Sing at your work if you love it. If you love your work, you're destined for success. An executive I know earns a substantial salary, yet he spent 10 months cruising the world, immersing himself in its beauty. He's convinced his subconscious mind that he's worth a fortune. He told me that many in his organization, earning far less, knew the business better and could manage it more effectively, but they lacked ambition and vision. Money, he believes, is a subconscious conviction. You won't become a millionaire by merely saying it. You cultivate a wealth consciousness by building ideas of riches and success into your mindset. One of our students, formerly a low-paid salesman, became a sales manager with a significant raise in just a month. His secret: every morning while shaving, he looked in the mirror and affirmed, "I am wealthy, I am highly successful." Within weeks, he was promoted over 80 other salesmen. This relaxed, repetitive affirmation imprinted the idea of wealth onto his subconscious mind. A common question in our classes is, if I need a specific amount like $1,000, should I focus solely on that? While it could work, the better approach is to think of money in terms of abundance, not a fixed sum. This is because whatever you impress upon your subconscious mind multiplies, like seeds sown in the earth. Nature is lavish and abundant. Elevate your self-worth. If you bargain with life for pennies, the universe responds accordingly. Many desire more money but have a subconscious pattern of limited income. That's what they manifest, even though they could achieve much more. Here's a simple technique to raise your wealth consciousness. Affirm several times daily, "I love money. I use it wisely. It circulates in my life. I release it with joy, and it returns multiplied." This cultivates the right attitude towards money. Never criticize it. You can't attract what you condemn. True wealth comes from the circulation of wonderful ideas in your mind, springing from subconscious levels. A young detective desiring more money used this formula. One morning he awoke inspired to write a short story based on his experiences. It was accepted, leading to more paid writing. Wealth came to him as ideas from his own mind. Your mind can also reveal new inventions, book or play material. A sales manager I knew got promotional ideas upon waking, eventually becoming company president. Your subconscious mind is never short of ideas. There's an infinite supply ready to flow into your conscious mind and manifest as money in countless ways. This process continues regardless of market fluctuations. Your wealth doesn't depend on stocks, bonds, or bank balances. These are symbols, but if you convince your subconscious that wealth is yours and always circulating, you'll always have it, regardless of form. If you believe wealth depends on your job or working more hours, you're limited by your beliefs. This is a world of cause and effect. Worry and anxiety about money produce more lack. Your mental attitude is the cause. Less money is the effect. Envy is another emotion causing lack. If you see a competitor depositing large sums while you have little, you might feel envy. Overcome this by saying, "Isn't that wonderful? I rejoice in their prosperity and wish them even greater wealth." This impresses your subconscious with the idea of abundance. Entertaining envious thoughts is destructive. Wealth flows from you instead of towards you. If bothered by another's wealth, immediately affirm that you truly desire greater prosperity for them in every way. This neutralizes negative thoughts and attracts more wealth to you. Some people constantly struggle financially, condemning those who've succeeded. They say, "That guy is crooked, ruthless, a scoundrel." This is why they lack. They condemn what they desire. They're envious and covetous. Critiquing those who have more wealth is the easiest way to make it disappear. If you place the blame on your family or the situation, stop right away. Using your thinking appropriately is the key to financial success. Its boundless resources lie behind you, yearning to be expressed via you. If you're having financial difficulties, it's all in your head. Strike the block by reaching an understanding with everyone. Tonight, when you drift off to sleep, lull yourself to sleep by repeating the word wealth with emotion and softness. You'll be astounded by the outcome. You should experience avalanches of wealth. Another feat of the subconscious mind is this one. Chapter 5. Your subconscious mind's power to solve problems. The best time to prevent a divorce is before marriage. Ignorance of your inner powers is the root cause of marital problems. Learn to attract the right partner. If you're seeking a spouse, don't dwell on reasons why you can't marry. Instead, focus on why you can be happily married. Eliminate "I can't" from your vocabulary. The one who believes they can. Your subconscious mind manifests what you impress upon it. Start impressing it with the qualities you admire in a partner. Try this technique. Relax in a quiet place, close your eyes, and speak to your subconscious. Say, "I am now attracting an honest, sincere, loyal, kind, faithful, and prosperous partner. They are peaceful and happy. These qualities are sinking into my subconscious mind, becoming part of me. I know there's a law of attraction, and I attract a partner in accordance with my subconscious beliefs." Practice this process of impressing your subconscious mind, and you'll attract a partner with the qualities you desire. Your subconscious intelligence will pave the way for you to meet, according to the immutable law of your mind. Have a strong desire to give your best in love, devotion, and cooperation. Be receptive to this gift of love you've given your subconscious mind. Marriage should be an act of love. Honesty, sincerity, kindness, and integrity are forms of love. Each partner should be completely honest with the other. There's no true marriage when someone marries for money, social status, or ego. There's no sincerity or honesty. It's not from the heart. A woman who marries for security is misusing the laws of the mind. Her security comes from understanding her inner powers and applying the laws of her mind constructively. Marrying for money or revenge is a farce. A man and woman should be united subjectively, with genuine love and a sense of unity. Two hearts joined in love, freedom, and respect. Adultery happens first in the heart, the seat of emotions. If you're resentful, hateful, or critical of your partner, you've already committed adultery in your heart. Directing your mental and emotional energies negatively is adultery. The adulterous state occurs in the mind. Physical acts follow mental states, not the other way around. Remember, if you made a mistake and are in an unhappy marriage, you're not doomed. You can change your situation. If you fell in a ditch, you wouldn't stay there. You'd get up and move on. The same applies to an intolerable marriage. You're mentally divorced when your mind and heart are elsewhere. Staying together in such circumstances is chaotic. Marriage is the union of two hearts. There's no marriage where hearts aren't united in love and peace. I know a young couple who recently married and initially seemed perfectly happy, but now they are considering divorce. The mental attitude that attracted them must be maintained to preserve their marriage. Minor arguments don't cause harm. It's the lingering resentment that does. When hurt feelings persist, they become destructive to the relationship. If a man broods over his wife's actions and becomes bitter, he risks the marriage unless he forgives and radiates love. By striving to be considerate and courteous, he can overcome antagonism and improve his relationship with his wife and others. Assume a harmonious state to find peace and harmony. Often, a grumpy wife feels neglected and craves love and affection. Nagging to mold her husband is the quickest way to lose him. Both partners should focus on each other's positive qualities instead of nitpicking faults. Discussing marital problems with neighbors or relatives degrades the partner and creates negative states within oneself. Relatives often give biased advice which isn't helpful. No two people live together without clashes. Keep disputes private and avoid criticizing your partner. Praise each other, especially in front of children. A husband shouldn't try to change his wife into a second edition of himself. Such attempts lead to resentment and often the dissolution of the marriage. Focus on your own flaws instead of trying to change your partner. If you have a marital problem, clearly define what you want and focus on it. A woman restored peace in her home by focusing on harmony, ignoring her husband's excessive drinking. Resentment only worsens the situation. Focus on your true desire, trusting your subconscious mind to achieve the perfect solution. Properly applying the subconscious mind can bring harmony where there's discord and even dissolve a bad marriage. Don't let pride and anger lead to divorce when love remains in your heart. Love, goodwill, and kindness can guide you back to your partner. Use your subconscious mind to heal problems and elevate your partner in thoughts and feelings, turning your marriage into a beautiful and joyful experience. Chapter 6. Discovering your authentic self through your subconscious. In our recent university class on the workings of the subconscious mind, a man shared a fascinating experience. He had been grappling with a problem for days, unable to find a solution. However, one day while shaving, the answer suddenly came to him. The reason? In that moment of relaxation, his subconscious mind, free from conscious pressures, was able to emerge with the necessary wisdom and intuition. This man had been following a particular method. Before sleeping, he would hand over his problem to his deeper mind, trusting that the answer would come. And it did, often upon waking, when the conscious mind was still drowsy, and the subconscious could express itself clearly. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a problem? Many of us react with worry and anxiety, but this only makes things worse. Our subconscious mind acts as an amplifier of our emotions, magnifying whatever we feed it. It's like a bank where we constantly make deposits. If we deposit fear, anger, and negativity, that's what we'll get when we need strength and confidence. But if we start depositing joy, love, and peace, our subconscious mind will reward us in spades. Prosperity and good fortune will be our harvest. So how can we harness this power? The key lies in changing our thinking. When faced with a problem, we must approach it constructively, with positive, fear-free thoughts. The subconscious mind has the power to create, but only if we give it the right commands. A simple technique is to relax the mind and body, focus our attention on the solution, and trust that our subconscious mind will find it. We can repeat to ourselves, "The answer is mine now. I know my subconscious mind knows the answer." Then we let our mind play with this idea and fall asleep. Often, the answer will come upon waking, or even when we're busy with something else. Remember, we should never underestimate the power of our subconscious mind. It's an infinite source of wisdom and creativity, always ready to help us if we know how to use it. Start depositing positive thoughts today and watch your life transform. A while back, I came across a magazine clipping that told the story of Dr. Banting's discovery of insulin. He had been deeply studying diabetes, and one night he woke up with the answer: to extract the substance from the degenerated pancreatic duct of dogs. This breakthrough has since helped millions of people. Now, you might not always get an answer overnight. It could take weeks or even months, but don't be discouraged. Keep revisiting your problem each night before sleep, in your subconscious mind as if you've never considered it before. Sometimes the delay might be because you perceive the problem as too big or complex. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't operate within the confines of time or space. As you drift off to sleep, believe that you already have the answer, that the solution is yours. Don't postpone it to the future. Have unwavering faith in the outcome. Convince yourself, right now, as you read this, that there is a perfect answer and solution waiting for you. Here's a simple technique, used for ages, to get an answer from your subconscious mind. Calmly think about what you desire, whether it's an answer, a harmonious solution, or the right decision. The best time to do this is just before bed. Relax your body, quiet the wheels of your mind, and suggest to yourself that you're falling asleep. You'll start to feel drowsy, but you'll still be conscious and able to direct your attention. You might hear a baby crying next door or someone walking around the house. You're in a dreamlike state, between wakefulness and sleep. The Nancy School of Therapy calls this state reverie. In this drowsy, meditative state, you invite your subconscious mind to take over your problem or request. This handover is best achieved through the process described above. Don't force anything. Don't use willpower. Simply imagine the end result, the solution, the state of freedom. Do it with complete innocence and simplicity, like a child with unwavering faith in miracles. Picture yourself without the problem. Remove all the complexities of the process. The simple path is often the best. Take this example. I lost a valuable ring, a family heirloom. I searched everywhere but couldn't find it. I decided to practice what I preach. That night, before falling asleep, I spoke to my subconscious mind as if it were a person. I said, "You know everything. You know where that ring is. Now, reveal it to me." In the morning, I woke up suddenly with the words, "Ask Robert," echoing in my mind. It seemed strange, but I followed my intuition. Robert responded, "Oh yeah, I picked it up on the sidewalk in front of your house. It's in my drawer. It didn't look very valuable, so I didn't say anything. Your subconscious mind will always answer if you trust it." In a recent class, a young man shared a compelling story. His father had passed away without leaving a will, or so it seemed. However, his aunt mentioned that their father had confided in her about a will that was fair to everyone. Despite their efforts, the will remained elusive. During our class on the miracles of the subconscious mind, this young man decided to put what he learned into practice. As he drifted off to sleep, he affirmed, "I now hand this request over to my subconscious mind. It knows exactly where the will is. Reveal it to me." He then condensed his request into a single word, "Answer," repeating it like a lullaby until he fell asleep. That night, he had a vivid dream where he saw the name and address of a bank in Los Angeles. He went there and found a safe deposit box registered in his father's name, containing the missing will that resolved all their issues. This story illustrates the incredible power of our subconscious mind. When we focus our thoughts before sleep, we awaken a powerful force within us. Imagine you're facing a dilemma. Should you sell your house, buy certain stocks, dissolve a partnership, move to a new city, or stay put? Here's what you can do. Sit quietly and remember the universal law of action and reaction. Your conscious thought is the action, and the response from your subconscious mind is the reaction. Your subconscious mind is reactive and reflective. It echoes, rewards, and returns. It's the law of correspondence. By contemplating the right action, you'll automatically experience a reaction or response within yourself. You've tapped into the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind, and it begins to work through you. From then on, your course of action is guided by the subjective wisdom within you, which is all-knowing and all-powerful. Your decision will be right. There will only be correct action because you're under a subjective compulsion to do what's right. The key to direction, or taking the proper action, is to focus your mind on the correct solution until you sense its answer within yourself. The emotion, the inner knowing, the overwhelming intuition that tells you that you know is the answer. The power is now beginning to use you because you've utilized it so much. When you follow the guidance of your subjective wisdom, you cannot fail or make a mistake. To comprehend the dual nature of the mind and the subjective law that governs it, picture a garden. Selecting the kind of seed to plant, the conscious mind sows the seed in the ground. You are aware that anything put in the ground will grow, even thorns and grapes. Think of the subconscious mind as the soil in a similar way. It has every component required for growth. However, it doesn't care what it creates, just like the earth. Whether it yields an apple tree or a pear tree is irrelevant. If deadly plants could not be produced or grew in the soil, then all the laws of nature would be broken. The same applies to the subconscious. It's a doer, never questioning or answering you. It accepts what you deposit in it and produces it in your experience, whether good or bad. Learn to use your subconscious mind constructively, wisely, and judiciously. Remember, you will always receive guidance on the subject you think about most. The subconscious mind is impersonal and doesn't play favorites. If you start thinking about how to commit arson without being detected, you'll get ideas and thoughts about the destructive uses of fire. Universal energy itself is harmless, but it can be used for constructive or destructive purposes. Think of atomic energy. We know the danger lies in the mind of man. He can use it to heat or light a home or to destroy thousands of people. You receive guidance based on what you habitually think. If you dwell on fears, problems, and failures, you'll be guided in the wrong direction and experience more chaos and confusion. Embrace this powerful thought. There's nothing to fear in the entire universe. You have the power of control through the wise use of your subconscious mind. Sit quietly now and think of a beautiful lake atop a mountain. It's a still, peaceful night. On the surface of the calm lake, you see the stars, the moon, and perhaps the surrounding trees reflected. If the lake is agitated, you won't see the stars or the moon. In the same way, quiet your mind, relax, and let go. Think of peace and stillness. Then, on the mirrored waters of your mind, the answer to your question will appear. Chapter 7. Rewiring your subconscious to conquer fear. Emerson famously said, "Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain." The author of this text once experienced crippling stage fright. His method for overcoming it? Facing the audience and doing the very thing he feared. And the fear indeed died. When you affirm your intention to conquer your fears and make a firm decision in your conscious mind, you unleash the power of your subconscious. It responds to the nature of your thoughts. A student of ours shared how he was invited to speak at a banquet, but the thought of addressing 1,000 people filled him with dread. He overcame his fear by sitting in an armchair for 5 minutes each night, calmly and confidently affirming, "I am mastering this fear. I am overcoming it now. I speak with poise and confidence. I am relaxed and at ease." He tapped into a mental law and conquered his fear. The subconscious mind is susceptible to and controlled by suggestion. When you quiet your mind and relax, the thoughts from your conscious mind sink into the subconscious through a process similar to osmosis. As these positive thoughts take root in your subconscious, they grow and you become serene and calm. A young woman with a beautiful voice was invited to an audition, but had failed 3 previous ones due to stage fright. I taught her a simple technique. 3 times a day, she would isolate herself, relax her body, and close her eyes. She would then counter the suggestion of fear by saying to herself, "I sing beautifully. I am poised, confident, and serene." She repeated this affirmation slowly, silently, and feelingly 5 to 10 times in each session. Within a week, she was completely calm and confident, and she delivered an extraordinary audition. Follow this technique with confidence and conviction, and the death of fear is certain. Many people experience suggestive amnesia during exams. They know the answers but can't recall them during the test. The fear of failure is the culprit behind this temporary amnesia. A brilliant medical student kept failing exams due to this fear. I explained that his constant negative thoughts, charged with the powerful emotion of fear, were being realized in his subconscious. In essence, he was asking his subconscious to ensure his failure. He learned to visualize his mother congratulating him, holding an imaginary letter with words of praise. He could even feel the letter in his hand. By contemplating this happy outcome, he triggered a corresponding response in his subconscious. The all-knowing, all-powerful subconscious took over, dictating and directing his conscious mind. He imagined the end, and by doing so, he willed the means to achieve it. He passed his subsequent exams with flying colors. The law of the subconscious is compulsion. Many people fear elevators, heights, or even swimming. Often these fears stem from past negative experiences. I myself had a traumatic experience as a child, falling into a pool and nearly drowning. For years I feared water. An older psychologist advised me to go to the pool, look at the water and say aloud, "I am going to master you. I can master you." Then I was to take lessons and overcome my fear. I did, and I learned that when you do the thing you fear, the fear disappears. It was just a shadow in my mind. By adopting a new mental attitude, the omnipotent power of the subconscious responded, giving me strength, faith, and confidence to conquer my fear. I used the subconscious mind to the point where it started using me. Here's a proven process to conquer fear that I teach, and it works wonders. Try it out. Let's say you're afraid of water, heights, job interviews, auditions, or even enclosed spaces. If it's swimming that scares you, start by sitting quietly for 5 or 10 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day. Imagine yourself swimming. Feel the coolness of the water, the movement of your arms and legs. Make it real, vivid, and joyful in your mind. This is not idle daydreaming. You're actively engaging your imagination, knowing that what you experience subjectively will take root in your subconscious mind. You'll then be compelled to express the image and likeness of what you've imprinted on your deeper mind. That's the law of the subconscious. As you continue to discipline your mind this way, immersing yourself mentally in the water and enjoying it, the fear will fade. You'll find yourself drawn to the physical water, and you'll perform well. You've consciously tapped into the marvelous power of your subconscious, which is all wisdom and power. This power controls and governs you according to the nature of your call or request. It's amazing to know and even more amazing to put into practice. One day, the president of a big company told me that when he was a salesman, he would circle the block 5 or 6 times before making a client visit. The sales manager once advised him, "Don't let the bogeyman behind the door scare you." The idea that there is a bogeyman is untrue. The boss gave him advice to always stare his anxieties in the eye and meet them head-on, and they would go away. So confront your fears head-on. Tell yourself, "I can do it." If you're hesitant to accept that job or make that move, "I'm going to make it." You'll discover an associated emotion or sensation produced by your subconscious that inspires self-assurance, faith in your abilities, and the satisfaction of accomplishing goals. A fearful thinking is merely a notion. A confident thought is much more powerful. Drive the fear out of your thoughts by focusing on constructive, happy emotions. A chaplain once shared his experience during World War II. After parachuting from a damaged plane into the jungle, he was terrified. But he knew there were 2 types of fear, normal and abnormal. Normal fear is good. It's the law of self-preservation, your subconscious mind alerting you to danger. He started talking to himself, saying, "John, you can't give in to your fear. Your fear is a desire for safety, for a way out." He knew there was a subjective intelligence that guided birds to their food and told them where to go in summer and winter. He began affirming, "The infinite intelligence that guides the planets in their course is leading and guiding me out of this jungle now." He repeated this aloud for 10 minutes or more. Then something shifted within him. A sense of confidence arose, and he started walking. After a few days, he miraculously emerged from the jungle and was rescued by a plane. His change in mental attitude saved him. His trust in the subjective wisdom and power within him was the solution to his problem. He realized that if he had succumbed to fear, he would have likely perished. Whenever fear arises, immediately turn to its opposite in your mind. Dwelling on fearful thoughts leads to abnormal fear, obsessions and complexes. Focusing on the difficulties of your problem only instills panic and terror, weakening and sickening you. You can overcome this kind of fear by understanding that the power of your subconscious can always change objective conditions. Go within, claim and feel your good, and know that there's an infinite intelligence responding to your thoughts and feelings. Imagine the end. Feel the emotion of victory. What you subjectively feel and imagine as true is the inner evidence of what will objectively occur. Your subconscious can liberate you. When thoughts of fear come, contemplate the solution, the happy ending. Never fight against negative or fearful thoughts. Instead, turn on the light of love, peace, and confidence within you. Most of our fears are imaginary. A CEO once told me he feared losing his job, constantly imagining failure. His vivid imagination dramatized this loss until he became nervous and neurotic, ultimately losing his position. His constant negative imagery and suggestions of fear to his subconscious caused it to respond and react accordingly, leading him to make mistakes and unwise decisions that resulted in his failure. The fear this man held didn't exist. His dismissal would never have happened if he had immediately turned to the opposite in his mind. No constructive or negative thought or concept can ever manifest unless we emotionalize it. Thoughts, concepts, and ideas must penetrate the subconscious before they can affect us, for better or worse. If you look back on your life, you'll likely agree that most of your fears, worries, and anxieties never came true. The reason is that you didn't emotionalize them. The key to banishing fear is to constantly fill your mind with constructive and positive thoughts. Fill your mind with thoughts of love, peace, and harmony. Focus on your goals, your ideals, the positive things you want to experience in life. By doing so, an invisible inner movement of your subconscious will occur, transforming your world into the likeness of your inner images and contemplations. I spoke with a well-known government figure for 2 hours during a recent global lecture tour. He claimed to be extremely calm and at ease indoors, and that neither the opposition party nor the media had ever insulted him politically. Every morning, he would sit in silence for 15 minutes and discover that a vast ocean of tranquility lay at the core of who he was. This style of meditation gave him great power that enabled him to overcome a wide range of obstacles and anxieties. The conscious mind, which is where we think, and the vast unconscious or subconscious depths of your mind, which are like an ocean holding a lot of forgotten anxieties and incorrect ideas, are the two halves of your mind. I once met a man in New Delhi who had deep-seated grief, unexplained phobias, and terrible sinusitis. I learned from our talk that he detested his father for giving his brother the entire estate. In his mind, this anger had turned into a strong sense of guilt. He had a deep-seated covert dread of punishment as a result of this guilt, and it showed up as sinusitis and headaches. This man realized his problem was caused by his own self-condemning guilt. He forgave his father, wishing him peace, harmony, and joy. He cried for a long time, which was good. It opened his psychic wound, and all the psychic pus came out. His sinusitis disappeared, and his migraine attacks ceased. The fear of punishment lurking in his subconscious was gone. Use this perfect formula to expel fear. I sought the Lord, and he heard me. He rescued me from all my concerns. The Lord is an ancient word for your subconscious mind. Unlock the incredible powers of your subconscious and discover how it truly works. Master the transformative techniques shared here and start practicing them today. Witness your subconscious respond and experience a life free from all fears. Conclusion. The power to achieve your wildest dreams lies within the depths of your own mind. By harnessing the transformative techniques of auto-suggestion, as taught by Joseph Murphy, you can reshape your reality and attract the success, health, and happiness you deserve. This audiobook isn't just a guide to achieving your goals, it's an invitation to reinvent yourself entirely and manifest the life you've always dreamed of. Embrace the limitless possibilities of your subconscious and embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment.